Welcome aboard the Ginger Train Tour. More than a train ride, it's a step back in time. For the safety and comfort of all passengers, we ask you to remain seated, keeping arms and legs inside the carriages at all times. Smoking is not permitted. The carriages you're riding on are similar to the trams which carried holidaymakers to the coast before local roads were built in 1926. They're being pulled by Morton, one of Queensland's original coal-fired cane locomotives, first built in Germany in 1901. The Morton was brought to Australia in 1905 and was the first of 7 locomotives that would gradually replace horse-drawn carriages, carting sugarcane to the Morton Mill here on the Sunshine Coast. Morton retired after 64 years of faithful service and was replaced by a modern diesel locomotive. After a few years' rest, he was lovingly restored and came out of retirement for use here at the Ginger Factory. Yandina, the home of the Ginger Factory, was surveyed in 1870, making it the oldest town on the Sunshine Coast. The name was derived from 2 Aboriginal words, Yan meaning go and Dina meaning on foot, go on foot. This area was first settled by timber cutters who logged species such as tallowood. Bullock teams moved the timber to nearby Maroochy River, and paddle steamers carried the large logs through the shallow waters to the wharves for shipping to Brisbane. Timber remained an important industry in the township until the late 1920s. In 1867, the discovery of gold in Gympie brought an influx of travellers to the area. At the start of the gold rush, the trip from Brisbane to Gympie took 3 days, travelling by boat and horse-drawn coach. The journey now takes less than 3 hours. Ahoy there, shipmates! On your right-hand side, you can see a large green building, which is home to Overboard Boat Ride. You'll see the entrance to this great adventure at the red and yellow boat. Go overboard with the Gingerbread Man on a fantastic voyage around the world. Will he escape the clutches of the hungry chefs? Find out when you embark on this meandering water adventure. Unlimited rides on Morton and Overboard are both included in our 12-month VIP pass. For more on this great deal, see our friendly staff at the information desk inside the Ginger Shop. On your left-hand side, you'll see the site of the Super Bee live bee show. Shh! Can you hear the buzz in the air? This unique display lets you see right inside a real beehive and learn about one of nature's hardest working creatures. Ask the beekeeper about tasting some of Australia's favourite honey. We're now entering the industrial complex, where our advanced processing techniques results in the finest confectionery ginger in the world. On the left-hand side is our administration building, where we're always working on promoting the world's finest ginger to areas around the globe. The building to the right houses the cutting, syruping and crystallising processes. Guided tours through the production facility tells the inside story, from planting and harvesting through to processing and packaging and then exporting to the world. The tours include product sampling in our tasting kitchen and depart regularly throughout the day. The small building on the right is our quality and control department, where we work on developing new and exciting products. Ginger is one of Sunshine Coast's most enduring primary industries, with a supply from a range of big and small local family farmers who provide raw product to Buderim ginger each year, which is processed right here at the Ginger Factory. As we leave the tourism precinct, we enter the home of Buderim Ginger. It's called Buderim Ginger because that's where it all began. Agriculture on the Sunshine Coast was originally based around Buderim Mountain, with crops such as pineapples, coffee, strawberries and rosellas growing prolifically in the volcanic soil. Not long before World War I, some pieces of raw ginger found their way to Buderim, where high rainfall and humidity produced conditions ideal for growing this unusual crop. The interruption of supply of processed ginger from China during World War II provided the opportunity for growers in the Buderim area to form the Buderim Ginger Growers Cooperative. Buderim was the perfect location for the original ginger factory, but population growth and transportation difficulties up and down the steep slopes of the mountain forced many crops into the lower-lying surrounding areas. The ginger factory processing facility eventually followed suit, moving 15 minutes north to this site in 1979, retaining the Buderim ginger name. It's now globally recognised as the world's finest ginger, with Buderim itself becoming one of the Sunshine Coast's most popular residential areas. The original ginger factory site is now a supermarket with an expansive view all the way to the coastline. Entering the old ginger farm, featuring the type of buildings typically found on a Queensland farm throughout the last century. The old farmhouse is a slab timber construction, reflecting the style first built in the area in the early 1900s. It was a building just like this one that 5 ginger farmers first met to form the original Buderim Ginger Co-op. Between them, the farmers had 25 pounds, 2 wooden vats and 14 tonnes of green ginger, and they managed to process Buderim's first ginger crop in 1941. If you look carefully, you might just see some of our chickens who love to come out and say hi to our visitors, and sometimes get a feed from the driver. Coming up is the machinery shed, which is a very basic structure designed to keep farming equipment out of the weather. The farming equipment on display has been used in farming the diverse range of crops grown in this area and includes ploughs, pineapple harvesting carts and potato diggers, all of which were horse-drawn. Old-style potato diggers were often modified for use in planting and harvesting ginger. Like potatoes, ginger is a root crop and is visible above the ground only for a few short months before it's ready for harvest. The ginger crop is planted each year in September and grows throughout spring and summer until the first harvest begins in February. At the ginger factory, we take the first harvest because the fibre content is low and perfect for making products such as crystallised ginger, sauces and gingerbread men, just to name a few. Speaking of gingerbread men, did you know you can decorate your very own yummy gingerbread man? Visit the Ice Creamery and find out how. Sunshine Coast locals and holidaymakers have been enjoying visits to the ginger factory since 1944. From curious visitors knocking on the original factory door in Buderim to being one of Queensland's favourite tourism destinations. Since the 1980s, the ginger factory has entertained millions of visitors. That's a lot of visitors, which is why we make sure you have fun while you're here. If you're feeling hungry throughout the day, why not try one of our famous homemade ginger scones, served with our very own ginger marmalade and cream, or have one of our signature burgers topped with ginger caramelized onions. The area we're approaching on the left is a very busy place during the ginger harvest. This is called the intake yard, where hundreds of tons of ginger are delivered. It's washed and weighed before being stored for processing throughout the year. The large amount of water used during processing is treated by a trickle filter system, which allows us to reuse the water across the site for things such as garden irrigation. There are around 1,200 species of ginger worldwide. Of these, only 3 are edible. The rest are known for the beautiful flowers they produce. The ginger factory sells many of these species throughout the year, depending on the season. You can enjoy these by simply walking around our extensive gardens. The ginger factory holds its very own ginger flower and food festival in January each year. The extremely popular event is filled with beautiful floral displays, guided garden tours and talks, cooking demonstrations, and as always, things to keep the kids busy. Halfway between the established towns of Caboolture and Gympie, Yandina was meant to be a metropolis, but the town was slow to develop until the railway was opened in 1891. The coming of the railway marks the beginning of Yandina as a business centre, and this central hinterland town is still steeped in history and heritage, with many preserved examples of Queensland architecture. Yandina has been called a river town, a highway town, a timber town, and a railway town. Today, it's better known as a ginger town. As we pass the super bee again, you can see the bees buzzing around the hives. Did you know bees like to dance? Why not join our next bee tour and find out why? Just inside the main entrance is the Ginger Shop, with Australia's largest selection of ginger products. Here, you'll be able to buy the world's finest ginger factory direct. Products include ginger beer, ginger cookies, ginger chocolate, and of course, gingerbread men. In keeping with all things ginger, did you know that we churn our very own premium ice cream on site? Most with ginger, but don't worry, there's a couple without. We're now heading back to Gingertown Station, where you'll find village-style shopping. Macadamia & Co. offers a large range of nuts, lollies and handmade fudge. They boast a gourmet range of teas, biscuits and macadamia products. Giuseppe's Workshop is a quaint little toy shop packed to the rafters with treats for all, retro games, wooden toys and collectibles, even lucky dips for the kids. Traditional herbs and scents specialise in exotic spices, essential oils and unique gifts. We're now approaching Gingertown Station. Thanks for riding with us. We hope we've added a nice relaxed break to your day. As the train enters the platform, please remember to keep arms and legs inside the carriages and remain seated until the driver opens the carriage gates. Enjoy the rest of your stay here at the Ginger Factory.